Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. I'm Hiral Dadia. Clearly, markets seem to be in a good mood. Fifth consecutive session of gains is what we're seeing. And you have Nifty, which is holding on above those 19,300 levels, and Bank Nifty as well. 45,200 is what we're tracking so far. What this would mean from here on, and whether we will start to see profit booking or an upside journey will continue. To discuss more, Kunal Shah from LKP Securities joins in. Kunal, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Kunal, overall, if you see new day, new highs for Nifty, Bank Nifty as well, we've seen gains for five consecutive sessions. Has this actually triggered any caution amongst the traders where there could be anticipation of profit booking to start kicking in?
See, the kind of rally what we have seen in the Nifty index in the last 1 month or so, it has been a massive rally from the lower end. Now, if I talk historically, post that in the year 2020-22, the index did went to a large correction as well. So I think this is a cyclical phase of the market. I feel still there is some more room left for the market to go on the upside. 19,450, 500 is where the next resistance zone is. So currently Nifty is trading at 19,300. So I can say probably a 150 point to 200 point rally is still pending. From those levels, we can see some profit booking coming in. So at the current levels, I would not be a profit booker. I would be still saying that continue to hold on to your long positions, or in fact add your long positions on the downside and keep a target of 19,500 on the upside.
Right. So that's with regards to Nifty. But moving on, if you see the Bank Nifty as well, we were just waiting for this momentum to pick up because it was consolidating for a very long time around those 44,000 levels. Now that it has given us a breakout on the upside, how are you looking at it? Because clearly it's the HDFC twins which are fueling Bank Nifty as well.
Exactly, as you pointed out, I think it was the HDFC twins which were the major participant in this entire rally. 44,000 was a strong resistance for the Bank Nifty index. Once we surpass that level, we have seen a continuous rally towards 45,200. Still, I said Bank Nifty still the last leg of rally is still pending. I expect the index to go towards 45,500, 600 zone. Then probably again we might see some profit booking coming from those levels. Because we still see ICICI Bank is looking very strong. That would again overtake the outperformance of HDFC, and that would again continue to be a leader to for the Bank Nifty to ride higher. So again, steam is still left. 300, 400 points upside is left for Bank Nifty. Probably from those levels, one can look to start booking profit in both the indexes.
Right. Let's talk about a little on the stock specific side as well. If you see from a stock specific perspective, let's look at HDFC Twins itself. What's the treatment that you're looking at in terms of the HDFC Twins?
If we talk about HDFC Twins, everybody was waiting for the merger date, and finally, when the merger date was announced, from that we saw some massive buying from the lower levels. Now, looking at the current structure for HDFC Bank, first I will talk about 1800, 1780 has been a very strong resistance. Even in today's trading session, we have seen some profit booking coming from those levels. As I mentioned, we might see some sideways consolidation in HDFC Twins. It will be now taken over by ICICI Bank, which will lead the rally on the high.
Right. Looking at a L&T Finance Holdings, that stock is seeing some strong moves, a good long build up as well coming in there. What should the strategy be?
I think overall the stock has been a massive outperformer in the last 3 months. If you look at the monthly chart, from the levels of 80 to 83, it has been a non-stop outperformer till 137, 140 zone over here. And with the news of the new CEO taking it over, has again added to that view. From the current levels, definitely the risk reward is not favorable. I would not suggest to go aggressive long at the current levels. 138, 140 has been a strong resistance for the stock. So one should be cautious at current levels. If you are holding from lower levels, start booking your profit. If not, you want to take a fresh entry, wait for a dip towards that 125, 128 zone. That would be an ideal opportunity to add in long positions.
Right. Apart from that, Z Entertainment and Gujarat Gas, both these counters are also seeing addition of long positions. What is your view?
If we talk about Z, it has been one of the counter which has been a lot of news-based action we are seeing over there. I don't see any fresh momentum building up over here. The stock is trading at a support of 175, 176 zone. So one can probably take a bet on the long side. It's a risky bet. One can buy at the current levels, 175 keep us stop loss and look for targets of 186, 188 on the upside. So Z on the chart is not looking very attractive, but if you want to play a bet risky, you can initiate this trade over here.
Right. Uh, let's look at India Bulls Housing Finance. That stock is seeing some bit of short covering in today's session. Do you expect that to continue? What would you advise?
So yes, definitely. IBUL was looking at a very large consolidation. Finally, in Friday's trading session, we got a breakout in IBUL. Post that, we have got a follow-up move. Now the stock is already in the ban period in FNO. So on the FNO front, one cannot trade. But yes, from the cash perspective, one can initiate long positions. 125, 126 would be an ideal support zone to buy. One can keep a stop loss of 120 on the downside. Can look for higher targets of 135 to 137.
Right. You have Ambuja Cement as well, if you see. That is also seeing some bit of short covering in today's session. What should the strategy be with Ambuja Cement?
Yeah, I think Ambuja, again, if I look at a technical chart, it has already given us a breakdown. Now, post that breakdown, we are seeing some pullback rally. So one can initiate long positions for a pullback rally. 425 is a support zone for the stock. As long as it stays above these levels, the view remains bullish. We can expect this pullback rally to extend towards 445, 450 zone on the upside.
Let's look at NMDC as well as IDFC first. Even both these counters, the sentiment looks to be pretty strong. Would you advise investors to buy at current levels?
Yes, definitely. IDFC is something which I would like to initiate even long positions, even at the current levels. The kind of momentum I'm buying, what we have seen in today's trading session, the stock has surpassed its previous swing high as well. So clearly, it can go further on the upside towards 120, 118, 120 level on the upside. So one can initiate long positions even from the current levels. 100 is now a very strong support. As long as these levels are not reached, my view remains bullish on IDFC.
Hmm. Looking at the auto numbers now, Kunal, overall, if you see Maruti, Bajaj, Hero, all of these are seeing some short build-up formation, and this is basis the numbers that have come in for the month as well, for the month of June. What should the strategy be?
See, I think Nifty Auto has been one of a massive outperformer in the last 1 month or so. We have seen a very good rally in the entire auto space. I think this is the right time that someone should at least start booking some profit at the current levels. Undertone extremely remains bullish. One should in fact keep a buy on dip approach, not at the current levels. So if you are holding long positions from the lower levels, start booking a profit. If you want to initiate fresh positions, wait for a dip on the downside.
Right. Kunal, Bandhan Bank is seeing some good OI build up, short positions being created. What should the strategy be with the Bandhan Bank? And similar is the trend that we are seeing with a lot of other names, specifically from the financial space, Manapuram as well, a similar trend that comes in.
So I think overall, if I look at the chart of Bandhan Bank, it has been stuck in a broad range where 230 has been a very strong support. Whenever the stock has tried to touch that levels, we have seen a bounce from those levels. And again, on the higher end, 250 has been a strong resistance. So the stock is stuck in this 15-point range. Once we get a break on either side, that is where we'll see the real momentum coming in. So at this level, at the current level, I will say Bandhan Bank one should avoid. If you are holding long positions, keep with a stop loss of 230 on the downside.
Right. Kunal, apart from the names that we've discussed, anything else that comes to your radar that one should be looking at from this week's perspective?
Yeah, I think as we spoke, that market has rallied a lot, and there will be only few pockets where we will see some value buying or good momentum buying coming in. Out of that, my first pick would be from the oil and gas space. We have seen in today's trading session as well, oil and gas has been a very buzzing sector. From that base, my top pick would be Hinpetro. Hinpetro, if you look on the technical charts today, it has given a very strong breakout on the chart perspective with volumes. The momentum indicator RSI has also given us a positive crossover which confirms my buy signal. I expect the momentum to continue toward the levels of 300, 305 on the upside. So in Petro, one could initiate long positions. 275 now becomes a very, very strong support for the stock. One more sector which I would like to highlight over here is the metal space. Now, metal as a space has been a massive underperformer. Finally, we are seeing some good buying from the lower levels in the metal space. And since other sectors have become very expensive, a lot of things might shift to the metal space. And out of that, the counter which I'm particularly liking is SAIL, that is Steel Authority of India. In today's trading session, again, we have seen a good volume-based breakout in the stock. The stock has surpassed its last consolidation of at least last 1 month or so. And plus the momentum indicator RSI has given us a positive crossover. So clear cut, a very good setup for a buy. 87.5 is where currently the stock is trading. One can keep a stop loss of 84. Look for targets of 92 to 95 on the upside.
Right. So these are a few of the names we should be watching out for as well. Thank you, Kunal, so much for joining us on the show and sharing those views. But clearly, a lot of stock-specific action is what we're seeing in the markets. And the clear trend from here on does seem to be positive. But one thing we need to note is that there could be some bit of cautiousness that will start creeping in as well. That could lead to some bit of profit booking, taking into consideration the kind of life high levels that the markets have been tracking. Clearly, today's session, the rally has been fueled by Bank Nifty, which has in turn got the support from the HDFC twins as well. Till where this is going to be sustainable is something we need to wait and watch. But clearly, so far, if you see Bank Nifty 19,300, whether we are able to close above those 19,300 levels is something we need to wait and watch, because 19,308 is where we are at. We hit a high of 19,336 in trade. In terms of Bank Nifty as well, from a high of 45,353, we have cooled off slightly, and we are somewhere in that 45,125 kind of a range in terms of Bank Nifty. And in terms of stock specific action, if you see the breadth on Bank Nifty has been pretty much in favor of the bulls, but Grasim, ITC, BPCL, Reliance, Bajaj Finance are the gainers. So it's mainly Reliance as well as the HDFC twins has provided the good support. Power Grid has been under pressure. Sun Pharma, Cipla under pressure from the pharma pack, as well as Bajaj Auto, Hero Moto. The auto pack has put pressure as well after the June auto sales numbers that have trickled in. Very quickly, if you see in terms of the broader markets as well, and if you see the Sensex, we've managed to stay above the 65,000 mark, 65,173, a 450-point up move coming in terms of the Sensex, and SpiceJet, a 14.5% up move coming in on that one. So that's an interesting one. Suzlon has continued the upward journey, 10% up move on a Suzlon as well, what we've seen. On the losing end, Maharashtra Seamless is a stock that has been trading under pressure. Sequence Scientific, another one which has been trading under pressure. So a lot of movers and shakers in trade today, but clearly a good start to the week as well, and a fifth consecutive session of gains that we've seen for the markets in India. That's all that we have on this session. Lots more lined up on the other side. Please stay tuned to BQ Prime and have a great week.